In making technical report writing, we should not only create it just for the sake of your salary, but also by making sense. With that in mind, you should educate yourself in the form of two, either online training or classroom training.
Determine the purpose and use of technical writing. Establishing the purpose of a document is the first step in creating any written material. Determine what you want the readers to know or do when they have finished reading. This is often called task analysis. Task analysis focuses on what kind of information they read, what type of information they need to make decisions, which task they seek to accomplish. Before you write any written material, you need to understand your audience. Be specific with your objectives. Ask yourself, why does the reader need this information and what do they need to do with it? Answering this question generally provides a detailed objective that makes the document meaningful. Writing the objective precisely, in terms of what and why, helps organize the material as a test of whether you have adequately formulated your objective. Try to make it measurable. Once defined, the objective guides each step of the process of gathering and organizing information, writing, summarizing, and completing the document. Refer to it to determine what to include and what to leave out. Test the document against the objective to ensure each section supports the overall purpose.
Identify the audience and what they need. A key to good writing is understanding the audience. The document must be directed at specific readers and take into account their level of technical knowledge, the amount of detail they want, and their level of interest in the subject. This is often called user or needs analysis. Design the document to meet the needs of its specific readers in terms of subject matter, vocabulary, level of detail, and writing style. In general, assume that the audience is less familiar with the subject than you are. For example, if the document is to be read only by engineers, use appropriate scientific vocabulary and detailed supporting data. If it is a tool for executive decisions, present data in lay terms with clear supporting graphics. Some documents are designed for multiple audiences. In this case, sections may focus on one type of audience. For example, write recommendations, executive summaries, and abstracts for those who need to understand the general implications of a project.
Determining the level of detail. In determining the level of detail, there are two things we should take in consideration. First, the objective and the intended audience also dictate the level of detail required. This defines the scope of the document, what supporting information to include, what research is required, and what subject matter experts must contribute. Second thing that we should know in telling the level of detail is determining what to leave out is as important as deciding what to include. Lay readers should not be overwhelmed by detailed research findings, rather, these should be clearly cited and summarized. We should consider our readers as intelligent but uninformed. One main goal in technical writing is to inform. In doing this, we should include significant supporting ideas.
Organize the data. Organize the data to support the objective and the audience. This is a good idea for any document to ensure that you cover all the essential points, but a critical step for complex ones. Develop an outline that lists the topics to cover, the audience for the topic, key points for the topic, and the data required to support these points. Make sure that the data in the document directly supports the logical flow of the information. It should enhance the key points in the document, not overwhelm them. Put supporting data, including background information, complex tables, or study results, in an appendix. Other source materials that is available to readers may be referenced, but should not be included in the document itself.
Summary. There are different types of summary, but all in all, it is briefly giving the gist of something you want your readers to know. But because we are studying technical report writing, we will focus on executive summary. Executive summary. It is a short document or section of document that summarizes a longer report or proposal in such a way that readers can rapidly become acquainted with a large body of material without having to read it all. In constructing a summary, there are two guiding principles. It is understanding both the purposes of what the document serves and the reader who will read it. In making a summary, first you need to make an outline where it includes all the documents you needed to convey. And finally, test the final document. The test is not what you have in your particular mind, but it is checking, reconfirming the overall summary while your calculating, rational, critical thinking mind is working to create a satisfactory outcome.